10:12, 10 o'clock hour rolls around on this Thursday morning. It's weird to see the temperature dropping outside.
That it is.
It's really nice. We got Lucas Maue in, the studio president of V1 Environmental, 6 months in the business.
That's
so
right.
far.
Yes,
This
very
is
fresh.
Cool. Well, we were just talking before you came on, and I mean, it seems like this was something that kind of just you found and saw a need for.
Yeah, I did. The industry is ripe for a new approach. At 25 years old, I think I bring a modern twist to the entire industry, and we're just trying to inject a whole lot of professionalism into what most people believe is kind of a dirty, in the corner portion of your home service needs.
So currently, you were a veteran. You were in the Air National Guard, correct?
Yes, sir, I was.
And now, how long have you been? How are you active still, or
No, so I separated in 2023.
Okay, right on.
I served a 6-year contract working on KC-135s. Most people in this area, Madison and St. Clair County, you see them fly over.
Yeah.
So served 6 years, did a couple of deployments with them. Let them pay for my college and enjoyed every single minute of it.
so what led to you starting V1 Environmental? Because you're in a different business, really a complete different industry with government and working on different things. But I mean, when you go from white collar to blue collar career path, it's pretty interesting. What led to it?
It is. Some of the things that I was seeing from my own perspective in this specific home services industry is that, there just lacked a level of professionalism that I think homeowners deserve.
Yeah.
And so through a situation of my own, at my own residence, I got to thinking, gosh, I think I can do this too. I think I can elevate the standard for the residents in and around my community. So I jumped in. I like you said, I still kind of juggle the 9 to 5 in a government contracting role, and I'm slowly trying to build this business.
Well, and now I think it's exciting, and especially it seems like you're off to a pretty good start. Have you been able to learn quite a few things along the way so far?
Absolutely, learn quite a few things, and have been able to network with a lot of great similarly positioned professionals
That's
in the
cool.
area. Yeah.
Right on, man. So, take me through the first call. How'd you get it? What led to it?
My goodness. It was, it's actually our next door neighbor. And,
I love this.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, those two people have been extremely supportive, as has the rest of our support network. But we bought a truck out of Georgia, had it shipped to the area on a flatbed, sight unseen. Never seen this truck before.
That's even better.
But so we got the truck. Of course, we complied with all of the local and state level certification requirements, both for me, the servicer of that business, but also there are standards for your vehicle. Mm-hmm. And so after all of our compliance boxes were checked, we jumped over to the neighbor's house and pumped their septic for a real great price. And from there, we learned a few things, of course, but kind of did some similar things for family members and close friends. Just learning the tips and tricks of the trade. And then from there, we of course generated a website. We're working with some advertising at the moment, and really just pushing to show up on Google. If you're in St. Clair or Madison County and you search for septic service, I can't always say I'll be top 3, but we're working on it. So you will find us.
At least the first page.
Yes.
Well, you do commercial as well, correct?
We do, yes.
Now, what I think's wild is, and I've told my uncle this for the longest time, I said, why are you not doing like a sewer cleaning channel, man? Mm-hmm. Those shorts on YouTube or TikTok, wherever they're at, I always find them on Facebook or YouTube. Yeah. They're just crazy. And then there's that one guy with the crud buster. He goes out there and breaks up all that stuff. So did you take a lot of just inspiration? Did you ever see some of those videos or anything like that?
Not before actually jumping into the industry.
I love it. Okay.
I hear this all the time. I know exactly who you're talking about on the YouTube shorts and the Facebook videos. And no, I really didn't. I wasn't allured to the industry by any of that. Now, of course, the algorithms on our search engine just push me to that stuff all of the time.
I bet they do.
But no, I really didn't know about that stuff prior to.
That's cool. Well, now, when it comes to finding the septic tank, I feel like that's always a fun game too. And I only know a little bit of that just because of the sewer cleaning business and finding out where things go. Have you had any good ones yet where you're like, where in the hell is this septic tank?
You know what? If you've ever seen the movie Holes, I tell my wife all the time, okay, this year for Halloween, I'm I'm going to be a character in holes because, boy, I feel like I've gotten good at digging. So, we have had the fun ones, and I say that jokingly, they've just been deep.
Yeah.
4 or 5 or 6 foot deep. I mean, check out the Facebook page. I've put them on there. They're comical, but yeah, I mean, I feel like a cast member in holes, just digging deeper and deeper and deeper. And I know the tank is down there because we have some modern technology that allows us to pinpoint the actual location of the tank, so we're not putting holes all over your yard.
Are you using a locator?
We are.
Okay,
yep.
really
yes.
cool.
Yep.
Didn't know if you're out there with an old probing rod or anything.
You know what? So the locator helps us pinpoint exactly where it is, and I just confirm it with the probing rod.
That's what I was going to ask you. Okay,
before I put the sweat equity in with the shovel.
Man, some of these are pretty far down, though. Like, I mean, this guy had to have been a little bit of a doozy just to kind of look at. I mean, that's pretty. I mean, that's about a foot.
And in that one specifically,
and it's kind of hidden.
What we always offer is if your septic is buried below the ground and you have an emergency, which chances are likely at some point you or someone will. If we have to dig, or simply if we have to locate before we can even dig to get to your septic tank, I mean, that's time where water could still be flowing into your residence. So on that specific photo that you just showed, that one was about 5 feet down, and what we offer the client is riser installation. And so really what that is in non-septic terms is we just bring a tube out. Mm-hmm. And instead of putting all of that dirt, 5 feet worth of dirt, back on top of the lid, we bring an access to within 12 inches of the surface.
I like that. Well, it's helpful for everybody, too.
It is, yeah.
Well, and now, when should people get their septic's maintenance? Because I think, sometimes, especially if you buy a house for the first time and you're going maybe from city sewer to septic, you don't understand the disconnect there. But, I mean, if you don't get this taken care of, it could lead to some pretty significant issues.
Absolutely. I mean, we'll talk worst case scenario. If you don't take care of your septic system, the average price among multiple servicers in the area, anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 for a new system.
Yeah.
And in most cases, your insurance policy on your home, not covering that. So it's out of your pocket. So to prevent that, what we recommend, and this is in accordance with EPA recommendations, is every 3 to 5 years. If it's just you living at your residence or maybe you and a spouse, you can probably go out to 5. If it's you and 3 kids, and they've got friends over all the time, I mean, 3 years. So what we do, people forget about this all the time. Most times it's buried in the yard, and we can't remember when the last time it was serviced. So what we're implementing is a notification.
Yeah.
We pumped you today. 3 years from today, we'll let you know it's time again, and we can make that decision. If you want to go at 3 years and pump it right then and there, or we can push it out 2 more years closer to 5.
Well, it seems like you aren't going anywhere with V1 Environmental anytime soon. It's only up and up. Yeah. I like this. Did you think that you would find so much passion for it when you first started the idea of this? Because to me, I mean, it's something that you really grew into loving a little bit.
Yeah, not really. The initial approach, really, in full transparency, was just a way to fund my wife and I's retirement accounts.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, everybody could use a bit of a side hustle here and there, and I thought, gosh, I can do this. What I didn't realize at that time was actually how large the industry is, and just how ripe I believe it is for an adjustment. And with some of the things we're doing to modernize, I truly believe we can grab some of the market share here.
This is really cool. I think you can too, especially because, I mean, crap's a good business.
It is.
We always joke, it's like there's only 3 things that are constant: death, your plumbing, and taxes.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. That's right.
Well, and now what are you hoping people take away from this? Because I know you do portable sanitation too, like you do porta potty rentals and drop offs.
We sure do.
Now, when did you start bringing that into the mix?
You know what? That was a bit later. We started talking about that avenue of the business about 3 months ago, and truth be told, this past weekend was our first event. So if you're in Collinsville, you know that Smoking on Main happened this past
That's a
weekend.
big one, yeah.
Yeah, and we were contracted to put just north of 20 units out there.
Wow.
And so again, learned a lot. Think we provided a great service to the people that were there. But if you're an event organizer, if you're a contractor, we can help you, and give us a call. We've got some, again, modern approaches to a dated industry that we think provide value to you.
I think it's great, man. I really do. And now you also install septic, don't you?
Yeah. So at this time, we are not fully licensed installers.
Oh, gotcha.
We have it on the website with the intent to be installers within the very near future. What we do right now is offer personal recommendations for great installers in the area. If you call me and you need a system installed, you want it done right, I will point you in the right direction.
Really cool. You got a moment to take a break with me?
Yeah.
Got to pay a quick bill. 10:22, a little bit of change, more daily show on this Thursday right after this.
Rock history hits the riverfront as multi-platinum powerhouse Puddle of Mud takes the stage. Hear fan favorites like She Hates Me and Psycho. Plus brand new tracks from their latest album. Get your tickets now, on sale through Metro Tips. Puddle of Mud, August 2nd at the Alton Amphitheater.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Well, back 10:25, a little bit to change on this Thursday morning. Back with Lucas Maue, president of V1 Environmental, ready to get your septic tank serviced, and you might want to do that before it gets cold.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely
good rule of thumb.
Yes, sir.
Now, how has the business picked up in the 6 months?
You know, it's been a steady, manageable growth, like we talked about earlier.
Good, man.
I still have a 9 to 5, so I can't book 4 pumpings a day through core business hours. So really, where you're going to get me out to your property right now is on 4:30 or after, or I'll show up on the weekends.
This is cool. Well, and I mean, I joked with you earlier. I mean, like, not being funny about it, but your 9 to 5 is a lot different than, a lot of people's 9 to 5. So it's cool that you're building on this and finding time to get all this done.
Yeah, it is. It's, sometimes I feel like I'm stretching myself thin, but it's all in pursuit of the big picture.
That's cool.
I'm happy to do that.
Does it relieve any of the day-to-day stress from the 9 to 5 right now or anything like that?
I think anybody who's in a 9 to 5 knows that their success and their growth within their 9 to 5 may or may not be in their control.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Look, in government contracting, here's the deal. If funds get pulled, we're done. And so, for me, there's nothing I can do. My performance, be it exceptional or poor, I don't have a control on my growth at times. And so what I do have a control on is the way I'm going to grow this business. And I like having that ball in my court.
I just love that you picked this up and ran with it. Like, what a hell of a story. You know, it all starts with not getting a phone call for a week when you're trying to just get something serviced. And it's like, what? Why don't we try this out?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I hear it from so many homeowners and business owners in the area that, look, your number 4 call on a Saturday afternoon, nobody's answering. Thank you for picking up the phone.
Yeah.
It's not just weekends, too. It's through the week. So our approach is when you need service, we're going to pick up the phone. And if not, give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back on your cell.
That's so cool. And it's the old school way of doing business where people actually just answered the phone. You know, you weren't number 5 on an expedited callback list.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's not expedited.
No call centers here.
Well, and what I think is cool is you're being honest and transparent about your background in this and kind of, you know, how you're developing your skills and getting certified. Because when it comes to this, especially, maybe not too much tech, but with like plumbing and different things, any blue collar, you know, I've been doing this since I was 7 years old on the back of this backhoe and getting this dug up. And I think it's cool that you're learning just as, quickly than anything. 6 months and you're developing all these tools and all these processes.
Yeah.
It shows that you're really invested into this.
I am. And the industry wide outside of this specific area, there is some very modern technology coming into the bigger on-site wastewater treatment systems. It is not just a hole in the ground where bacteria breaks your waste down. The modern approach is far deeper than that.
Really cool. And now, what's the other, because you got the septic, and then what's the other type of septic there is?
So aeration systems is what most people have in this area. And really the main difference is in an aeration system, you have a motor that speeds up the breakdown process of your human waste through the addition of air. Anaerobic versus aerobic processes. Most of the area right now, based on code, requires an aerobic system to be installed if it's a new system. But I wouldn't say that one is any more concerning than the other.
Well, and now I was trying to think, because I can't even think about the damn type of thing that we would run into cleaning sewers. Stacy does cleaning sewers, is because, you can't, there's certain tanks that they have like a backflow trap on them, or there's some type of trap you have to take off, or you have to be really careful with. I was trying to think about that.
Yeah, and we don't really run into those situations very much on septic. It's a pretty simple design. Gravity fed in most cases. Sometimes you might have a pump chamber, but water flows downhill, waste flows downhill, and so as long as your pipe is pointed the right way, you're pretty lucky you're probably not going to have a problem.
Yeah, and it doesn't flow up creek either.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to the porta potty and portable sanitation business side of things, the same phone number, same contact information.
Yep. 618-961-3615. Yep.
Cool. And you can just hit, or you can email contact at v1environmental, all spelled out.com. That's contact v1environmental. Here's a look at the website if you guys want to take just a quick little gander of it. Really cool stuff from septic pumping, and as you guys see that other tab, that's a coming soon tab, but you'll get some good people to call to install that system for right now. That's
absolutely.
Really cool. Now, how long did it take to get the damn pump truck? Because that's not an easy, that's a pretty good accomplishment too.
It is, yeah. You know what? The days of scouring Craigslist are gone, right? So as most people can imagine, there's a Facebook group for anything, including septic trucks. And so
I love it.
We were connected and referred to an individual down in Georgia who was selling this truck, made that connection, got him a check, and it was loaded on a flatbed. So really, it was a seamless process.
No kidding. This is cool. You can do anything you put your mind to. Is what we're figuring out here. Now, how long does it take to normally pump some of these suckers?
There's a variance there, right? We talked about earlier, is the tank buried 5 feet in the ground, or is there access at the surface? Minimum, you should be there about an hour. I've had some where I've been there about 3 hours. So really somewhere between 1 and 3.
Norweco, that's what I was thinking of.
Systems.
That's what I was exactly thinking of earlier.
Yep.
This is cool, man. Well, what's the best time to call or try to get on your call list and try to just learn more? What's the best time to call? Is it any time, really?
It's any time. If you just need to get a standard routine service, just give me a call. One of the luxuries of my day job is a work from home scenario, and I get afforded the opportunity to answer the phone when I need to. If you're having problems and Google says I'm closed, I'm not closed.
Really cool.
Give me a call.
So it has an aerator in that Norweco system.
It does.
That's interesting.
Yep.
I was figuring it out on the fly with you.
Yeah.
Well, I encourage you, and you service all of Madison?
All of Madison and all of St. Clair counties.
Wow, there you go. And now what's the growth chart look like? What's your plans?
Right now we just want to grow the business to provide a steady stream of revenue in these specific counties. I think long term, I'd really like to, and maybe this is wishful thinking, but I'd like to learn how to optimize efficiency in a home services business. And maybe you might see us in Springfield or Peoria or South Chicago. Who knows?
There's a ton of different opportunities with it, for sure.
Absolutely.
And I wish you nothing but the best when it comes to this. Whenever you have more to share with us, please stop back by and fill us in on the latest. For all of you guys that want to know more information, V1, the number one, Enviormental.com. That's the number one, Enviormental.com. Give them a call today, 618-961-3615. That's 618-961-3615. Lucas, thanks again.
Absolutely.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and talk all things Spanky Fest next in the Village of Grafton right after this.